Before I begin talking about some BB, I want to say like the video, make a comment, subscribe, share the video so I can get more subscribers and get monetized again because as you know, when you're not a Negro pushing victimhood, it's pretty difficult to make way on this platform. And in some instances, they ban your channel like they did my previous one. But anyway, onward to what I want to currently talk about, having to do with the feeds and an apparent feature that may return, at least being able to flash back to the past 24 hours. And I also want to talk about uh, the BB fandom, surprise, surprise, bringing up politics once again. Uh, Liberals, obviously, people who promised that they would leave Twitter and go to Bluesky, where apparently people like to share child pornography. But no, they're still here making noise. And then I'm going to highlight the black chick that apparently these very same people stalked and harassed to the point where she felt the need to make a video to let people know no, she's not on the cast. But first things first, let's talk about the feeds. So, with this feed situation, as we know, since the era of BBDEI, not only have we had to endure a heightened level of racism on this show, uh, and treated like a positive thing, we have also had to endure the censorship that comes along with that. And of course, they'll never be honest about it and acknowledge why they're engaging in censorship and who indeed is the problematic, toxic fan base. But as we know, it's the liberals because the liberals ruin everything. So instead of, honestly acknowledging that fact, among the things that they've done is in the flashback feature, which really started in season 25. Because, Sari was just saying a lot of reckless things about people, and even her son Jared. And so, in an attempt to protect them, they really stomped down on that season. And I think that's the season where they officially got rid of the rewind feature. But now, and I'll give credit where credit's due. One of the RHAP heads highlighted the fact that it appears to be a return to at least the flashback feature for 24 hours. I guess, he's subscribed to Paramount Plus, something that I'll never do again. And he was able to flash back 24 hours at least. Now, does that mean it will still be there once the season actually starts? No, most certainly doesn't mean that. Yeah, but again, there's a chance where at least in the beginning, people will be able to flash back at least for 24 hours. But as we all know, they can easily change this. As they did in season 25. We had the flashback feature, and then it was no longer there. And so, again, we'll see what happens with that. And then next up, you've had a lot of people on Twitter that's been announcing they're moving to Bluesky. One of the RHAP heads, David Bloomberg, talking about going to going to Bluesky for Big Brother because of fascists and Nazis, of course. That's the card that Jewish people like him like to play. Meanwhile, of course, he has nothing to say about his fellow liberals having an issue with a lot of Jews recently and Israel in particular. And the only one that's coming to vouch for them is the mean old fascist Nazi Trump that he likes to, I'm sure, call those things. And then you have the people over at Big Brother Gossip, who, of course, sporting a Ukraine flag, saying they are moving to Bluesky. And as we know, Ukraine, they were labeled as neo-Nazis less than 10 years ago by the very same mainstream media that they support. But of course, per usual, with all things liberals, they just ignore that. And then lastly, this black chick that was compelled to make a video to let people know it's not her. She did say that she was contacted about being on Big Brother, but she refused to join because privacy issues. And maybe because she got a real job too, but she highlighted privacy reasons. So she is aware uh, of the show, but she's not on the show. Even though, again, and I'm sure most of it was people, calling her mommy and you're my new idol goddess. But again, even the love bombing, as they like to say, can be stalkerish and harassment worthy. And so she had to confront that. And oh yeah, one last thing. You already have people calling. I think his name Isaiah Tucker 2.0. The so-called religious guy that has a lot of homosexual imagery out there that he's posted about himself. Of course, they're calling him a Trumper. And quite frankly, all you have to do is just be white and not openly announce your politics. And the default setting for these people is just assume you're a Trumpy, which is, of course, supposed to be a bad thing. And I mean, you have certain accounts bringing up Big Brother Twitter's obsession with house guest politics, and highlighting that it's just a game. But we know the main culprits.